You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
He'll go again here with Irving. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And it's 4th down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. This one, fielded, out beyond the 25. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
Allen going to throw to get things going. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's out in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one knocked away and incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. That is brought in. And he will score. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And the reception for Chris Godwin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Right back to Irving. It's Riley Dixon coming on now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
In motion, Shakir. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On fourth down, they'll call on Brad Robbins here to punt. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster, Trey Palmer. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Here's Irving. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Irving. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll run with Irving, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. 2nd and 11. A give. This is Irving. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Christian Benford brings him down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. To throw is Mayfield. And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the 1st quarter. We are through 1. The Bills with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This from 30 yards out. And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's 7-3. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Buccaneers offense ready for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, here's Irving. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On second down, Baker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it's going to be third down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. To throw is Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. They'll try and run here with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's Cook. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump. and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Slot receiver headed right. On 3rd and goal, here is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. It's Irvin. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Motion man sent right. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
There's a 3rd down and 4. Now Mayfield. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Now, screen set up for Irving. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
He'll bring this up to the 22. Tyke Smith there on the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Big play there for the Bills. An even 40 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. To throw again, it's Allen. He'll tuck it in, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Pass's kick is good, and the Bills move out in front by the score of 17-3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, here comes Tucker. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That one intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That is caught. And he's in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills extend to a 24-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. To return is Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible, but you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Pass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Throwing is Baker. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play. One final throw before the break. Oh,
and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He was downright amazing with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Allen to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Allen to throw. Now he takes off. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop. Allen on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down. They send him right out of the slot. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. Looking downfield for Otten. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Here's 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen on 1st down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
On 2nd down, Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs, and defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. This one brought in by Curtis Samuel. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Allen going to throw again. That's taken in by Shakir. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. One more time going up top with Allen. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll go again here with Irving. Room to run at the 35. He's going to get this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 19-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A short one there to Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On second down, Baker. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
To the left side, to Godwin. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his leg.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense, and Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Cook. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On third down, they go with Cook. The Bills bringing on the punt team. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Toward the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
On first down is Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mayfield. That's caught! And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Mayfield. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And he'll take it on in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
Mayfield to the line. The Bucs will try for 2. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Slot receiver headed right. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Now Mayfield. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Here's Irving. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Two 1st downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. On the handoff, this is Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's Ty Johnson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike. We're on 3rd down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. It's a win here for the Bills. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.